Welcome to Frankfurt International Airport, where today we're flying over to Bahrain in the Middle East on Gulf Air Boeing 787 Dreamliner business class. The Kingdom of Bahrain is a country that I haven't been to before, and on today's flight from Frankfurt, we'll be taking the Gulf Air Dreamliner on the 6-hour flight down to the Gulf state. After staying in Bahrain for a few days, I'll then be continuing onwards to Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, also on Gulf Air. There was a lounge invitation in Frankfurt, but we'll throw that away for now. We don't have much time before boarding, and the lounge in Bahrain should be much better. Boarding the Gulf Air Dreamliner, I found myself in a beautiful business class cabin. Gulf Air uses the Apex suites in business class with extremely private seats by the windows. It's the same seat type that's offered by a host of other airlines around the world like Oman Air and Japan Airlines. The window seats are definitely the best choice on this particular layout, and let's go for a comprehensive seat tour. First though, some pre-departure beverages, starting with Arabic coffee and a date. Underneath the entertainment screen, there's an ottoman that you can fold downwards into place. Then there's a small storage unit on the side as well as a literature pocket, and then the seat controls and entertainment controller above that. And among the seat controls, the all-important privacy divider that goes all the way up. Now with this wall raised, it really is an incredibly private cocoon here on the window seats of the Apex suites. While the Gulf Air business class seat is fairly impressive, I did notice a few imperfections, like the fact that it was broken in some places. Now even though it's super private, I think one thing the Apex suites does lack is storage. There's not a lot of storage options, only these little nooks on the side and that space over there. Still though, it was a very comfortable environment and I was looking forward to takeoff. Taking a peek at the amenity kit, there's the usual items plus a signature Gulf Air fragrance. Before long, we took off from Frankfurt on time, commencing the southeasterly journey to Bahrain. I've gotta say, I am pretty tired now because I just got off an overnight transatlantic flight into Amsterdam and now I'm on the daytime flight down to the Middle East. So I haven't had a lot of sleep, but lunch is about to start and I do want to sample as much of Gulf Air as possible, so I'm going to try to stay awake. Lunch began with a champagne service alongside some warm nuts. Having enjoyed some excellent meal services on other Middle Eastern carriers in the past, I was looking forward to seeing how Gulf Air would compare. First up, a salmon quinoa appetizer, which was presented beautifully and tasted as good as it looked. Let's give this quinoa salmon a try. It's really good. After that, a chicken brioche for the main course, which was a little bit less well executed and was slightly on the dry side. Still, I was pretty hungry and found it appetizing enough, so I finished every bite. I had an apple tart, a fruit plate, and some black tea to finish off the meal, and overall I found Gulf Air's catering to be good but not great, perhaps befitting of its stature as a boutique airline. With the meal service wrapped up, there were about 3 or 4 hours of the flight left to go. The business class restrooms are pretty spacious in here. Check it out. There's plenty of space, especially for a Dreamliner. After freshening up in the restrooms, I decided to go back to my seat and get some rest. Normally, I like to stay up during long-haul flights, but I was really tired at this point, so I turned on the Do Not Disturb. there's about 2 hours of the flight left to go, and I may as well get some rest because these Apex suites on the Dreamliner are actually one of the most comfortable business class for sleeping in. They've got tons of room for your feet, and you also have a relatively wide space for your shoulders compared to other business class seats, so I'm gonna get a few hours of rest because I really need it. Upon waking up, we were already over the Arabian Gulf, approaching Bahrain. I continued to doze off a little bit with my seat in recline mode. And pretty soon, it was time to make our landing into Bahrain International Airport. Where I was looking forward to spending a few days exploring the country. If you thought the Gulf Air experience was over, we've now time traveled through my stay in Bahrain, and now it's time to visit the Gulf Air Falcon Gold Lounge and then continue the Dreamliner journey over to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Bahrain International Airport punches well above its weight. Let's go check out the lounge. Gulf Air's flagship lounge in Bahrain is a very impressive space, with extremely innovative lounge facilities like gaming stations, foosball and pool tables, virtual golf, and an entire augmented reality gaming machine. If you've been to the Turkish Airlines lounge in Istanbul, Gulf Air's lounge in Bahrain will surely rival it once it fully opens. Of course, there's also a wide range of functional amenities like a kids room and a business center, and of course, ample and varied seating space. There's a small buffet for food, but a more comprehensive a la carte menu for dining and drinking. It really is quite an impressive business class lounge here. Well done, Gulf Air. I'm excited to fly with you guys once again just to experience more of this lounge. After spending about an hour in the impressive business class lounge, I headed over to the gates to board my flight to Saudi Arabia. Let's talk about the Gulf Air Dreamliner experience. What is it like on this boutique Middle Eastern airline, and including how I managed to book this flight in business class. I would very much say that the boutique description characterizes Gulf Air very well. There's some things that they do really well and some things that show that they're still a smaller player compared to Qatar Airways or Etihad Airways. The food and the service were all pretty good throughout, but perhaps not quite at the outstanding level, and the hard product is similarly impressive on the surface, but you do see some flaws here and there that haven't really been fixed over the years. On the plus side though, Gulf Air offers convenience through Bahrain, a lot of availability in business class, and the ability now to book business class using Aeroplan points. And that's exactly how I booked, thanks to the new partnership between Aeroplan and Gulf Air as of last year. So I expect many of you will also get to try Gulf Air in the near future, and I look forward to finding out what you think about this cute Bahrain-based airline. Now, after spending a couple days in Bahrain, I'm now off to explore Saudi Arabia. It's going to be my 55th and 56th countries respectively. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, I think you'll also enjoy another flight on the Apex suites on the Dreamliner, Japan Airlines business class. You can go ahead and check out that video right here. I'll see you in that video, as well as the next one here on this channel.